I've always dreamt of the dream home office, and today we're finally going to make that happen.
I've just bought my first home, and for the last 7 days, I've been transforming this empty old bedroom into my dream home setup, where I've needed it to be functional for playing games, getting work done, and recording music.
But this hasn't been as simple as just build the desk setup. No, I've been painting, I've been paneling, I've been soundproofing, ripping up carpets, painting the ceiling, and things haven't gone quite according to plan. I bought my first home, which means I can do whatever I want. You know, I've always rented or lived with parents, but this is the opportunity to create exactly what I've always wanted. Cool, so we're gonna look at some inspiration now. I want to do wood panels. Obviously, I want to get it soundproofed as well. I've always found it a bit like dark wherever I am, but I want to do black paint. Something like this, this. Just super cozy, warm lighting, wood, dark, nice and modern, loads of plants, and obviously I'm going to need somewhere for my guitars. Yeah, this is sort of the idea that I want to go for. Obviously, looks great on paper, but let's see, you know, actually how I'm going to make it work with the room that I'm in. Let me give you a bit of a tour of what we're working with. This is kind of what we're working with right now. As you can see, complete mess. The cable management is absolutely diabolical. But obviously, this is only temporary until we can get the full thing built. But the idea is to have the desk here. That is the wall that I want to soundproof. So obviously, I think, you know, some wood panels, some lighting, some plants, that will look really nice. I will have this plank of wood, which is what I hang my guitars from. I don't want to see a single cable once this is done. Most importantly, I want to have my camera sit in between these two monitors. I sometimes find like if it's above the monitor like that, it just looks far too high. If it's the side of my monitor, you're just going to see the side of my face. So the perfect place really would be here, because if I'm facing my screen, it's just to the side. But it's such a pain every time I want to set up to record, having to always like slot it onto a tripod or something. So I bought one of these desk camera mounts. So I want to get something that I can just slide the camera on, so I don't have to set it up every single time. Obviously, I'm also going to need some lighting, so I'm going to have to get a softbox or something over here. And I currently have my speakers just sat on the desk. That one needs to be more over there. That one's okay, but what I'm thinking is to get some sort of shelves that sit on the sides of the desk, and then they're actually like completely off the desk. I'd love as well to get some sort of a boom arm or something that just, you know, I can control freely. The way I'm mounting this tripod right now is absolutely diabolical. So there's not really actually that much I need to get. I have most of what, you know, I want already. It's just little upgrades, and then obviously the main room is the, you know, the big project. So now I need to clear this room out and start decorating. The first job is to paint the ceiling.
And so it begins. I covered my desk and I began painting. And things were going great until...
What is that? I'm in the middle of painting. I was just doing this and it's all come down. Oh gosh, no, that looks terrible. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Look at that. What the heck?
Right, well, moving on, we then had to scrape the entire ceiling to get all the old paint off. Massive thank you to my girlfriend for helping with this.
Oh gosh. Right on the arm.
This was tedious, and it took ages. And it was pretty messy.
It's a good thing I'm getting new carpet, because I mean this is a state, isn't it? Managed to get most of the flaky bits off. You can kind of see where it's flaked off, and I've just painted straight over. You can see how like that is just going to flake off. So I'm just going to push that up and pretend we never saw that. How often do you look at the ceiling? Like, is anyone ever going to notice this? You know what? I am pleasantly surprised. You can see a few little patches, but overall, it's not too bad. I mean, I know I could probably do a second coat, but I've got so much to do. I think I need to just move on.
And then the next job was to paint the room black.
days. The carpets were delayed, firstly, but they are now finally here. And I have been very busy. As you can see, I've got all the painting done. The paneling is now up, and I'm hoping the soundproofing is going to work, so I don't have to worry about noise too much. You can see here, I still need to finish off this gap still, so I need to get some more glue. And I've got a lot of these like spare ends from where I've been cutting it off, like the offcuts. So I'm going to be sticking these up.
Voila, here is the carpet, man. It looks, I mean, it is. It's so soft. It's very comfy, nice and warm. The next job is to start unpacking boxes. I've got loads of stuff out here as well.
So today is going to be a very busy day. Today is going to be putting up the guitars. I want to put up shelves. I want to put up posters. But it should be a fun day because it's just decorating, really. No, all the hard work is done. And the paneling, oh man, like it looks sick. I've managed to get shelves. There is another one there. Yep, shelves up. Posters this side. Put all the guitar hangers up here. I'm going to finish off now and then probably start decorating. And then I do want to get started on the desk because I've got so much I want to do for that. Man, this has been one of the biggest jobs, but I think I'm finally there. So I've managed to mount my camera to like a tripod that is attached to my desk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Elgato cam link. It will allow me to control my camera from my computer. So I can essentially use my camera as a webcam, and it just saves me having to always like take out the SD card and upload the footage to my computer. I can see the vision now. This is coming along really, really nicely. I have set it up. Look at that. I mean, I look completely orange right now, but there we go. I'm gonna do a quick test. If I start recording, there we go. We're all sorted now. Look at that. The quality on that and the backdrop. I mean, yeah, we need to get some stuff in there. This is gonna look really, really sick. I've now got lighting set up behind. So I've got these Govee lights that just sit right just behind the desk. My main issue earlier was the lighting from my camera. And for the longest time, I've been rocking the cheapest softbox you can possibly get, but it's absolutely knackered now, so I thought this is a great time for an upgrade. So fitting with the theme of Elgato, I've gone for the Elgato key light, which just plugs into a power socket, and I should be able to control it with the computer as well. I'm happy. That seems pretty bright. If I can obviously get some backlighting, that is bright. I mean, if I turn it off, like, yeah, you can't see me. Yeah, like, I'm more than happy. Oh man, like, yeah, this is looking so sick. I can't wait. Now I'm recording through this camera here, and this is the setup. Barely any cables. I'm going to show you that properly in a minute. And obviously I've got lighting, I've got the camera set up just like I wanted. I've got speakers, I've got the headphones, I've got a boom, microphone arm. Everything is working pretty much like I wanted it to. We're gonna start off at the back here, obviously coming into the door. Yeah, the door handle is still not fixed. I still need to get a new door handle. This is my background. I still want to add stuff to it. I want to add a desk, but I've got the shelving up. I need to still, obviously, I need to decorate this and put things up here. We've got the paneling. I mean, we've got some lighting in the background. I love how it looks. It matches the Govee lights I've got behind the desk as well. Considering I've had to like cut that out there and cut this bit out here, you can't even really tell. I've hooked my guitars on a plank of wood and I've painted it black so it matches the actual wall. This is just a black wall here, but obviously look at the black paint, man. I mean, it's looking, we'll ignore that. I made sure to get the internet installed into my office just so I could have Ethernet. That's kind of it for the rest of the room. There's not loads going on. I haven't got much storage, but that will change over time. But now I'm going to show you exactly how the main setup itself is working. I've got my trusty old chair. It's just from Amazon. It's nothing fancy, but I love it because I can actually lift the hands up or the arms up like that, which means when I play guitar, I don't have that awkward thing of having to sit on the edge of my seat. I can just lift them up, sit back, and play. Down here, we've got like a plastic carpet cover thing. It's meant to protect the carpet when you've got a chair on it, which is great, but at the minute, it keeps sliding around. Like, you can see that side there's a gap. This side is pushed here. Oh, there you go. Look at the carpet, man. It's so soft. It's
proper nice. We've got my monstrous PC here, and I've currently got it on some cardboard because cardboard is better than nothing, because you never want a PC directly on carpet. I don't know if I'm gonna get like a desk to put the computer on, or just a piece of wood or something to go on the floor, just so it looks a bit nicer, because obviously that looks horrible. Whilst I'm down here, I'm gonna quickly show you the cable management. Down here is probably the worst looking bit. I want to sort this out a bit better, but again, it does the job. So I've got, you know, the cables that are coming out of my PC are going into here. This should look a bit better. That is meant to be hidden, but some of the cables are tight and like to pop the lid off that. And then I've got basically everything from my computer that's going into my screens is going up through this sleeve. Then everything else is just hidden nicely underneath here. There's nothing on the floor here, which I'm very pleased with. And the best part is the fact that this is a standing desk. So all my cables can still go up, because the last thing you want is a cable getting tight and pulling something off the desk. That doesn't look great, but it's fine. I mean, yeah, you can barely see any cables really. So the speakers are going into my audio interface as well as my headphones. Basically, the audio is sending it to both of them, and then if I want it to come through the speakers, I can just turn them on. And then I've got the music coming through the speakers. If I just want it to come through my headphones, then I just turn it off. But there you go, just coming through my headphones. But I have the choice if I want to be using speakers or if I want to be using headphones. I've got my Shure SM7B on a boom arm now, just so it's always out of the way. I can get to it easily. If I'm not using it, I can just throw it over there and I don't need to use it anymore. But nice and close to my mouth so I can pick up audio nicely. But obviously it's not in the way when I'm using my keyboard. I've got the Wi-Fi behind here as well, which is plugged in with Ethernet going straight into my PC. So I should, let me have a look, should be getting about 500 down. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'll take 480. So that's Ethernet. Oh, blimmin' heck. I only pay for 500, so it shouldn't be more than 500. Why it's gone up so high? What the heck? I'll take it. I'm not going to complain about free internet. As I said, we've got the Scarlett Solo here. We've got a MIDI keyboard, so I can just, there's the cable for it. If I plug it in, it doesn't fit, so I have to take it out. And then if I want to use it, just pull that, plug it in, and then I've got the MIDI keyboard for making music. Over here we have a clock, and that is apparently the temperature in my room. So it's keeping nice and toasty in here. That'll be thanks to the light and the computer, really. We've also got two monitors. We've got a 4K 144 hertz Asus, and then that's the same one, but it's a 60 hertz one. And we've obviously got the Elgato lighting. If I open up the control center from here, boom, turn it off, turn it on, and then I can make it super bright if I want. Blimmin' heck, might be a bit much that. But yeah, of course, my camera, how is this actually working? So I've got a Lumix G7 with a Sigma 18 to 35mm, but I've got the camera going into a cam link, which is tucked in neatly in there, which is going directly into the computer, which basically just feeds my camera signal straight to my computer, which means I can record, you know, high quality camera footage straight from OBS. And then with that, I have a dummy battery that's plugged in, which is then plugged in down here, which means that camera can just go on forever without having to change the batteries. That is kind of it. Super happy with how it came along. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, if there's anything you think I could improve on. One thing I haven't mentioned is that stupid light that I hate. But actually saying that, in the background, not too bad. That is blimmin' dark. You know what? For now, I think I'm going to keep that on, because that's pretty warm. I don't hate it. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you again soon.